Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to the Demoscene report for the 4th of June 2025, where I summarize all of the latest news and releases from the active Demoscene into a 15-minute video. I scavenge all of the Demoscene chat rooms and forums for information, so you don't have to. There were 3 Demoscene events happening this past weekend, but unfortunately none of them have made their releases public as of yet, so this week's report will be focused mostly on random news that showed up and a look at the latest ANSI art pack releases from 16 colors. As usual, I will link everything that I talk about on the description below so you can check things at your own leisure. So for now, just grab yourself a drink, sit back, relax, let's talk some Demoscene. Starting off, let's take a look at the releases from the ANSI competition at LayerOne Demo Party 2025 that happened a couple of weeks ago in California, United States. It was part of a security conference that they had there. The official results and video recordings of the screening session are not online yet, but I did manage to find this link to a slideshow with the ANSI releases themselves. The winner entry was Blue Queen by KRL of Lazarus. Let's also take a quick look at the other submissions here. Pretty decent quality again this year, I would say, at LayerOne. Really cool competition that they have it every single year there. They also have this specific board that they have from the party, which a few people have their hands on, and they try to make some visuals and music out of. But again, the video has not been released for this year, so I have no clue on what releases there are in this year in particular. Speaking of ANSI releases, I took a peek at 16 colors and found new ones, including a few packs by a new group called Openworld. You can see them here. Then there was a new edition of the Blender Online ANSI competition with a couple of submissions. This time my favorite one is this one by Tainted in particular. Also listed was a new edition of the Null X0D Disc Mag, a text magazine about the BBS scene, both modern and new. Very interesting articles and reference links, recommended reading if you're interested in the BBS scene. I found this link to this documentary in particular, which I had seen before, but I don't think I ever linked here in the Demoscene reports. So here it is again, the Art of Warez, mostly explaining the root of the BBS ANSI scene and its relation to the rest of the computer scene. Found it a bit US scene biased, but still quite an interesting documentary to watch. And last but not least, still on the ANSI art category, Mystic Grease just released a new art pack full of ANSI teletext screens and even some animated GIF entries. Pretty cool stuff. Mystic Grease is a very active art pack group, so check out their releases. Moving on to the Commodore 64 scene, there were a few small releases that came out, like this music collection by Okuto Force and the Cold Blasters, for example. Then we had a couple of birthday intros for DK and Nim. We also had a new intro by TSA on their Grill and Chill meetup event, tribute to Kraftwerk, and a Petsky intro by N-Star. Bacchus of FairLight released another video on FairLight TV, as he does regularly. This one covering some new things that came out on the Commodore 64 scene. So if you're following the Commodore 64 scene, do check it out. And then Scene World did a new podcast episode, this time interviewing Torsten Roeder, the researcher behind the DiskMax.de catalog project. On this interview, he explains how the project came to be, what can researchers get out of DiskMag catalogs in general. I find it an interesting project, and being myself interested in DiskMag archiving, I was very interested in hearing about it and hearing what they're doing and what they're planning to do with it. But in practical terms, it feels like Demoscene still does a better job of both cataloging the disk mags because it lists more issues, it has better metadata on them, and even though apparently at DiskMax.de they do some translation and scanning work for their research, they don't make it public due to privacy concerns, so it's only really useful for researchers trying to do stuff with it, not really the general public of the Demoscene. So in terms of archiving, it's a bit lost. It's just a catalog. It's not an archive of the disk mags that exist. But still, interesting project. In other news, someone saw Observer's domain intro and decided to make a stepmania level out of that. Really cool little crossover with the game mod scene here. In other news, Plex released a couple of size coding tools about a year ago to help visualize the memory of DOS programs. It didn't get much spotlight so far as I could tell, so I thought I should mention it here again. A very useful tool for DOS, for debugging some size coding issues when you want to see the full memory of the intro or the space that you're using. Then we had a couple updates at LiveCode Demo Zoo Archive. There were previously missing a few Monday Night Bytes session. As you probably know, Field Effects organizers do a live stream jam session every single Monday, and here you can see the metadata for what was coded both on the 19th and the 26th of May. Moving more to the field of the state-of-the-art research on game development and rendering techniques, there was a nice article released a few weeks ago explaining the math behind ReSTIR global illumination researched by NVIDIA. So if you're trying to implement this kind of technique on your rendering systems, this might be a very good read to do. Also recently came out the Witch for Unreal 5 tech demo on PlayStation 5, revealed some stunning visual rendering details abusing nanite technology from Unreal 5, and a few other details that everyone's currently talking about, so I thought you might want to see it as well. In the tracker music scene, we also have some news. OpenMPT just got a new release update, including some general improvements and support for a few new tracker music formats. By extension, libopenmpt also got the same update of supported features, so check it out if you rely on it for playing tracker music on your projects, as many projects in the demo scene do. A few random other things that caught my eye this week. A new presentation by Anders NORÅS on the golden years of the demo scene. I do think I have seen this guy give this presentation before at other conferences, maybe even mention it on demo scene reports before, but it's always good to see people talking about the demo scene in public one more time, so good job. CRISPIN Sinclair visited the LoadZX Spectrum Museum in Portugal a little while back, and the museum team took the opportunity to record the visit and record his memories on certain projects developed by his father's company. There were some interesting tidbits, especially if you're interested in the history of the ZX Spectrum. And then we had 3 Demoscene events that happened this past weekend. COSIN in Switzerland was a hacker/tech conference. It had a Demoscene corner. Unfortunately, no competitions were held in the end, but always cool to have more Demoscene presence in different conferences. Then we had Birdie LAN party happening in Sweden that held a bunch of Demoscene competitions as well. They live streamed them all, but unfortunately there are no video on demand available or public results or releases available as of yet. I hope they get uploaded to scene.org sometime soon and the videos put up on YouTube. So I'll have to leave coverage for some later time. And then we had Outline taking place in the Netherlands this past weekend as well. Some releases have already been made public by the creators. Not all of them had videos available, and so I can't really cover them all because I haven't seen the live stream. But we do have a live report blog on atariscene.org that covers the party experience quite well, with photos and a few paragraphs about everything that happened leading up to the party and during the party itself. So yeah, check it out. It's divided into 4 parts overall. More things. Marquee Design already wrote a write-up on both of their winner old school size coding entries for Outline. Both Phased and Aztez ride for 128 bytes and 256, both of them for the Atari ST. Without the releases from the parties being available just yet, all that is left to do is take a quick look at the upcoming events listed at demoparty.net. We have a Graphathon and PT Weekender coming up this coming weekend. Graphathon is a newbie-friendly party happening in Finland. PT Weekender is a live streaming session with people playing music using Amigas, which will be very fun. Then we have Nova coming up in Bud Light Salterton in the United Kingdom the following weekend. Also ATK Loya Summer also happening on the same weekend in Finland. At Party happening in Boston, United States, closer to the end of the month. And really at the end of the month, Posadas Party in Spain, which I am attending, doing a card trip with a few other Portuguese people. So if you're planning to go there, See you there. A lot of other parties coming up in July and August as well. I'm going to do a quick scroll here and hope that you go to demoparty.net to see more information about them in particular. And that is it for this week's report. I hope you found something interesting in the demo scene this week. And if you did, please share this video with a friend. That is the best way that you can help us grow this channel and keep doing this kind of reports every single week. Alternatively, you can also remember to like, subscribe, and if you can afford it, maybe even donate me something through patreon.com/psenough. It does help pay the bills for my time invested preparing these videos every single week. Other than that, bye bye, have a great day, see you next video, take care.